New York Rangers versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs and New York Rangers square off in an early season showdown at Scotiabank Arena as both teams look to solidify their footing in their respective divisions. The Rangers enter at 2-3-0, searching for consistency amid offensive struggles, while the Maple Leafs stand at 2-2-0, buoyed by star performances from Austin Matthews and William Nylander. The clash pits a disciplined, defense-first Rangers squad against Toronto's high-powered attack, setting up a compelling battle between structure and flair. Both teams sit in the middle of their division tables, New York 5th in the Metropolitan, Toronto 6th in the Atlantic, making this matchup a tone-setter for their early-season momentum. Between the pipes, New York's Igor Shesterkin remains the backbone of their system with a .972 save percentage and a 0.76 goals against average across 2 wins, showcasing his elite form. Veteran backup Jonathan Quick provides solid depth with a .952 save rate in limited action. For Toronto, Anthony Stolarz carries the bulk of starts, posting a 3.05 goals against average and .888 save percentage, while Caden Primo has struggled early, surrendering 4 goals in his lone start. The goaltending duel heavily favors New York, whose net-minding stability could be decisive if the Rangers' offense continues to sputter. Offensively, the contrast is stark. Toronto's firepower has been on full display, averaging 3.75 goals per game, led by Nylander's 7 points, 2 goals, 5 assists, and Matthews' 3 goals with 20 shots on net. Their top line has carried the load, combining creativity with relentless shooting. For the Rangers, defenseman Adam Fox leads the charge with 4 points, 3 goals, 1 assist, but the team averages only 2 goals per game, relying heavily on special teams to generate offense. Sam Carrick's 3 assists hint at secondary scoring potential, yet New York's inability to finish at even strength remains a concern. Recent form offers insight into momentum. Toronto's last 5 show volatility, a dominant 7-4 win over Nashville, but defensive lapses in back-to-back losses to Detroit, including an 8-5 overtime defeat. Their home record, however, remains strong at 2-1-0. The Rangers have faced a scoring drought, losing 3 straight, 0-2 versus. Edmonton, 0-1 versus. Washington, 0-3 versus. Pittsburgh after an encouraging 2-game win streak over Pittsburgh and Buffalo. Shesterkin's brilliance has kept them competitive, but the offense must wake up to contend with Toronto's pace. Injuries impact both sides. The Rangers are without Trocheck until November, 4, and defensemen Soucy and Scanlon, with Borgen day-to-day, straining their blue line. Toronto misses Wool until October, 28, Rifai until November, 1, and centers Lawton and Lorentz, but their top 6 forwards remain healthy, preserving offensive rhythm. Standings pressure is rising as Carolina and Washington lead the Metro, with Detroit and Boston atop the Atlantic. Both New York and Toronto need wins to stay close. The Rangers must stay disciplined and boost their 14.3% power play, while the Leafs need cleaner penalty killing, 83.3%, and fewer turnovers to compete. The X factors lie in Shesterkin's ability to neutralize Toronto's stars and Matthews' capacity to break through New York's defensive wall. If Fox can spark transition play and the Rangers strike early, their structure could frustrate the Leafs. Conversely, if Nylander and Matthews find rhythm against New York's depleted defense, Toronto's offensive depth may overwhelm. Expect a tightly contested affair early, but Toronto's scoring depth and home ice advantage should tip the balance. Analytics favor the Maple Leafs with a 60% win probability, projecting a 4-2 final as Matthews nets the game winner and Shesterkin keeps the Rangers competitive despite limited offensive support. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Toronto Maple Leafs winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Florida Panthers versus New Jersey Devils. The Florida Panthers and New Jersey Devils square off in Newark for their first meeting of the 2025-26 season, a matchup pitting two teams with playoff aspirations but contrasting early season fortunes. Florida, 3-2-0, enters the game tied for fourth in the Atlantic Division, while New Jersey, 2-1-0, looks to build momentum in the Metropolitan. The Panthers have been inconsistent to start the year, dominating at home but winless on the road, while the Devils aim to defend their home ice for the first time this season. Both clubs are stacked with offensive firepower and elite goaltending, but early season injuries have already tested their depth. In goal, Florida's veteran Sergei Bobrovsky anchors the crease, sporting a 1-1-0 record with a 1.67 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. His steady play contrasts with backup Daniil Tarasov's rockier start, 0-1-0, 3.11 GAA, .850 SV%, making Bobrovsky the clear choice to start against the Devils. Across the ice, New Jersey relies on Jacob Markstrom, who's been solid early with a 2-1-0 record, but a 3.89 goals against average and .845 save percentage. Markstrom has been a workhorse, yet his aggressive style can lead to high-danger chances, an area the Panthers' skilled forwards will try to exploit. With Markstrom listed as out until early November, the Devils may turn to Jake Allen, whose lone appearance featured a stingy 1.50 GAA and a .958 save percentage, hinting at strong reliability in relief. The goaltending battle could define this game's tone, with Bobrovsky's experience offering Florida a slight edge. Offensively, both teams lean on marquee names to drive production. For Florida, Brad Marchand has been electric, tallying 5 points, 3 goals, 2 assists, and emerging as the early scoring leader. His gritty two-way play sets the tone for a balanced Panthers attack that also includes Anton Lundell, who has 3 assists and plays a key role on the power play. On the New Jersey side, Jesper Bratt leads the offense with 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists, while defenseman Luke Hughes has been a revelation, adding 4 assists and quarterbacking the Devils' top power play unit. Bratt's playmaking and Hughes' poise from the blue line make New Jersey dangerous in transition, an area Florida must contain. Recent form contrasts sharply. Florida is 3-2, showing dominance in games like an 8-2 win over Ottawa, but lacking consistency. New Jersey rides momentum with wins over Columbus, Tampa Bay, and Philadelphia, displaying balanced scoring. Defensively, Florida allows 2.50 goals per game versus New Jersey's 3.67, while the Devils' offense slightly outpaces the Panthers, 3.67 versus 3.25. Injuries are significant for both teams. Florida misses key players Barkov and Tkachuk, IR, along with Kulikov and Nosek, weakening their top line. New Jersey is without Markstrom, McEwen, Kovacevic, and Dadonov, with Allen day-to-day, limiting depth and secondary scoring. The standings add context to the urgency. Both teams sit within striking distance of their division leaders, each with 6 points but needing to prove consistency. Florida aims to climb the Atlantic behind Detroit, while New Jersey battles to keep pace in a tightly contested Metropolitan led by Carolina and Washington. Early season points could become crucial in April's playoff race. X factors for this matchup include Marchand's veteran leadership, Hughes' offensive breakout from the blue line, and the performance of the backup goalies. Florida's power play, clicking at 35.3%, could be the difference against a Devils penalty kill that struggled at 91.7% efficiency. If Florida capitalizes on special teams, they could silence the Prudential Center crowd early. Florida Panthers 4, New Jersey Devils 3. Expect a fast-paced offensive duel with both goaltenders tested heavily. Florida's veteran poise and power play efficiency give them a narrow edge, but New Jersey's home energy and youthful speed could make this one go down to the wire. After analyzing both teams, My pick for this match is Florida Panthers winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Colorado Avalanche versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Colorado Avalanche continue their early season surge as they head to Nationwide Arena to face the Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday. Colorado enters this matchup at 3-0-1, leading the Central Division with 7 points, while Columbus, sitting at 1-2-0, is still trying to find its rhythm in the Metropolitan Division. The Avalanche look every bit like a Stanley Cup contender, showcasing elite scoring depth and steady goaltending. Columbus, in contrast, is a young, rebuilding squad searching for consistency and confidence. This game pits a powerhouse against a team eager to prove it can challenge the NHL's elite. Between the pipes, Colorado's Scott Wedgwood has been exceptional, posting a 3-0-1 record with a 1.72 goals against average and a .936 save percentage. His calmness under pressure and rebound control have been key to the Avalanche's hot start, particularly on the road. Columbus will likely rely on Jet Greaves, who has a 0-2-0 record but has shown promise with a 2.06 goals against average and a .932 save percentage. Despite the lack of wins, Greaves' athleticism and quick reflexes could keep the Blue Jackets in contention if they limit high-danger chances and capitalize on the power play. While Wedgwood's steadiness gives Colorado an edge, Greaves' performance makes this a matchup to watch. Colorado's offense is led by Nathan MacKinnon, who has already tallied 8 points this season. His speed, vision, and precision set the pace for the Avalanche attack. Martin Necas has contributed 5 assists, particularly on the power play, and his chemistry with MacKinnon could exploit Columbus's defensive gaps. For the Blue Jackets, Kirill Marchenko leads with 4 goals, with Dmitry Voronkov adding 2 assists. While they provide scoring sparks, Columbus will need more depth to challenge Colorado's balanced attack. The Avalanche have won 3 of their last 5 games, including a 3-1 road win over Buffalo and a 4-1 victory against Los Angeles. Their only stumble came in a shootout loss to Dallas. Columbus, on the other hand, has dropped 4 of its last 5, with their sole win a 7-4 rout over Minnesota. Narrow losses to Washington and Nashville highlight the Blue Jackets' struggle to close out games. Colorado is missing Mackenzie Blackwood, Samuel Girard, and Logan O'Connor, though most are expected back later in October. Still, the Avalanche's defensive core, led by Cale Makar and Devin Toews, remains formidable. Columbus is without Miles Wood, out until October, 24, and Eric Gudbranson, day-to-day, limiting their forward depth and defensive coverage. Colorado leads the Central Division early, setting the tone for a strong Western Conference playoff push. Columbus, near the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, views this game more as a test of resilience than a playoff determinant. A strong showing could build confidence as they face tough divisional matchups ahead. Expect Colorado to control the pace through offensive rhythm and puck possession. Key X factors include MacKinnon's ability to generate scoring off the rush, Greaves' composure under fire, and whether Columbus's top line can convert limited chances. Given Colorado's balanced attack, elite goaltending, and road success, the Avalanche enter as clear favorites. Colorado Avalanche 4, Columbus Blue Jackets 2, MacKinnon extends his point streak while Wedgwood shines in net. Colorado looks poised to continue its early dominance. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Colorado Avalanche winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Vancouver Canucks versus Dallas Stars. The Vancouver Canucks head to Dallas to take on the unbeaten Stars in a Saturday night matchup that pits a team still searching for rhythm against one firing on all cylinders. Vancouver sits at 1-2-0, struggling to find consistency despite flashes of strong play, while Dallas has started the season 1-2-0, 3-0-0, looking every bit like a contender atop the Central Division. The Canucks, 6th in the Pacific with 2 points, face a daunting challenge against a Stars squad ranked 2nd in the Central and boasting one of the league's hottest offenses. For Vancouver, this game is a chance to steady their early season turbulence. For Dallas, it's about maintaining dominance and extending their perfect start. Between the pipes, the goaltending duel sets up as a key storyline. Vancouver's Thatcher Demko, 1-1 and 0, 1.54 GAA, 944 SV%, has been sharp despite limited goal support, showing elite form in his lone win. Backup Kevin Lankinen, 0-1-0, 4.09 GAA, .882 SV%, has struggled in relief, so expect Demko to carry the load again. Dallas counters with Jake Oettinger, 3-0, 3.24 GAA, 905 SV%, who's been reliable if not spectacular. While his numbers suggest some defensive lapses in front of him, Oettinger's poise and late-game saves have been pivotal to the Stars' early surge. The battle could hinge on which netminder handles pressure better, Demko's precision versus Oettinger's clutch resilience. Offensively, both clubs bring contrasting profiles. Vancouver's Kiefer Sherwood leads the team with 3 goals in 3 games, providing unexpected scoring punch, while Arshdeep Bains has contributed 2 assists and strong playmaking on the power play. The Canucks' offensive depth remains in flux, especially with several key players sidelined. On the other side, Dallas's attack has been relentless. Mikko Rantanen tops the team with 5 points, 1 goal, 4 assists, while Wyatt Johnston's 3 goals and Rupe Hintz's 4 assists underline the balanced, dynamic nature of the Stars' forward lines. Dallas averages 4.67 goals per game compared to Vancouver's 2.67, and that offensive disparity could define the matchup. Recent form heavily favors Dallas. The Stars have ripped off wins against Minnesota, Colorado, Winnipeg, and St. Louis, outscoring opponents 21-14. Vancouver, meanwhile, has dropped 2 of its last 3, including a 5-2 loss to St. Louis and a narrow 3-2 overtime defeat to Edmonton. Their lone bright spot came in an 8-1 rout of Calgary, showing what their offense can do when firing on all cylinders. However, road struggles and defensive lapses, 3.00 GAA, continue to haunt them. Injury concerns loom large for both sides. The Canucks' blue line remains thin with Derek Forbort and Pierre-Olivier Joseph on injured reserve until October 19th, while Jet Wu and Guillaume Brisebois are out until late November. Center Teddy Bluger is day-to-day, but could return for this matchup. Dallas is also banged up, missing veterans like Jamie Benn, IR until November 11th, and depth forwards Kyle McDonald and Chase Wheatcroft, though Matt Duchene could slot back in after a minor knock. The stakes are clear. Dallas aims to stay perfect and tighten its grip near the Central Division summit, while Vancouver fights to escape the Pacific's lower half and build momentum on the road. The Stars' power play, 33.3%, against Vancouver's penalty kill, 91.7%, presents a fascinating tactical clash, while the Canucks must find secondary scoring beyond Sherwood to compete. Expect the Stars' depth and home ice energy to prevail, but Demko's brilliance could keep it close. Dallas 4, Vancouver 2. The Stars extend their winning streak to 4, while Vancouver's search for early season stability continues deep in the heart of Texas. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Dallas Stars winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Carolina Hurricanes versus Anaheim Ducks. The Carolina Hurricanes head to Southern California, riding a 3-game winning streak to face the Anaheim Ducks at Honda Center. Carolina, a perfect 3-0-0 to start the season, sits atop the Metropolitan Division, while Anaheim, 2-1-0, looks to build on its strong start in the Pacific. This matchup features a confident Carolina squad with playoff aspirations against a developing Anaheim team eager to prove it can compete with the league's elite. With both teams boasting explosive scoring early in the campaign, This interconference showdown promises a fast-paced, high-offense contest. In goal, Carolina's Frederik Andersen and Anaheim's Lukas Dostal headline the goaltending comparison. Andersen, a seasoned veteran, has started the year with a 2-0 record, posting a 2.89 goals against average GAA and a .867 save percentage. Backup Pyotr Kochetkov remains on injured reserve, leaving Andersen to shoulder most of the workload. Dostal, meanwhile, has emerged as Anaheim's primary netminder, holding a 1-1 record with a 3.08 GAA and a .893 save percentage. His poise will be tested by Carolina's relentless forecheck and deep scoring lines. The Ducks' secondary option, Petr Mrazek, has struggled early, allowing over 6 goals per outing with a .739 save percentage. Numbers Anaheim cannot afford to repeat against a high-octane opponent. Offensively, both teams feature hot hands. For Carolina, forward Seth Jarvis has led the charge with 4 points, 3 goals, 1 assist, producing a goal-per-game pace and anchoring the team's top line. Sebastian Aho remains the team's creative engine with 4 assists, including a power play helper that underscores his vision and control in the offensive zone. On Anaheim's side, Chris Kreider has been a force, registering 5 points, 4 goals, 1 assist, with 10 shots, while Leo Carlsson's 4 assists show his emergence as an elite playmaker. The matchup between Jarvis and Kreider, a young sniper versus a seasoned finisher, sets the stage for a compelling offensive duel. Recent form heavily favors Carolina, which has outscored opponents 15-7 through its first 3 games, averaging an impressive 5.00 goals per game, while limiting opponents to 2.33. The Hurricanes' power play has clicked at 90%, a staggering efficiency that highlights their discipline and precision. Anaheim has also been productive offensively, 4.00 goals per game, but less consistent defensively, conceding 4 goals per contest with a penalty kill operating at just 71.4%. The Ducks' last 5 games show inconsistency, narrow overtime wins and high-scoring losses, while Carolina's structure and depth have driven consecutive dominant victories. Injuries could influence both benches. Carolina will miss defenseman Jacob Slavin, out until October, 28, and Kochetkov, IR, expected October, 20, slightly thinning their blue line and backup depth. Anaheim, already without veteran center Ryan Strome, IR October 19, and forward Jansen Harkins, IR November 22, will rely heavily on younger forwards to fill critical roles in even strength and penalty kill situations. Division-wise, Carolina leads the Metropolitan with 6 points, 2 clear of Washington, while Anaheim sits mid-pack in the Pacific with 4 points behind Vegas and Edmonton. For the Ducks, this game is a measuring stick against a contender, while the Hurricanes aim to extend their unbeaten run and cement early season dominance. The X factors lie in goaltending stability and special teams. If Andersen continues to deliver solid starts and Carolina's power play stays red-hot, the Hurricanes should control tempo. Anaheim's best hope rests on Kreider's finishing touch and Dostal's ability to withstand early pressure. Expect an open, fast-paced matchup where transition play dictates momentum. Carolina's balance, depth, and defensive discipline give them the edge. The Hurricanes hold a 65% win probability, projected to take this one 4-2. Still, if Anaheim's top line can exploit Carolina's weakened defense, a late surge could make this closer than expected, but the Hurricanes' streak looks poised to continue. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Carolina Hurricanes winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.